some really big and good news for the NFL and their streaming services. They have completed long-term extensions and deals for their platforms that they stream their games on, like CBS and Fox and ESPN, all that type of stuff, through the 2023 season, and it'll be effective starting the 2023 season. So a lot of these are like 10, 11-year deals. We'll start off with the newest one, actually, believe it or not. This actually came out last year. I know they did this a couple of games. I know they did it with a 49ers and Cardinals game, I believe. I think that's what it was. Amazon's going to be the new home of Thursday Night Football, which I think used to be with Fox Sports. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah, I think the
I think that's
Cardinals and
where.
Niners game is on Twitch.
Yeah, so there was a game on Amazon. Some I know there was another one on Twitch too. Let me just go through. There's CBS, which has been the NFL's longest streaming partner since 1956. I think they got a 12-year deal. Yeah. Oh no, never mind. They said something about it being America's most watched network for the past 12 years. So, ESPN got a big deal as well. They got a 10-year deal beginning in 2023. And interesting fact, this is the biggest deal about it. ESPN and ABC because they're both a part of Disney. They're also going to be streaming Super Bowl 61 and 65, I believe. I think that's what it was. I remember reading about it yesterday. I could be wrong, but correct me in the comments, but I think that was the one. Um, Also, one thing to note about CBS, they retain the rights for the American Football Conference or the AFC. As for Fox, they claim the rights to the National Football Conference or the NFC. Um, which is something they've been doing since 1994. NBC owns they own the rights to Sunday Night Football, which is something they've been doing for quite a while too. One thing I forgot to mention about the Fox thing, they also host the America's Game of the Week, which is something they're going to continue to do. Peacock actually got a deal with the NFL as well. And in case if you guys recognize that name, that's something the WWE Network's going to be on as well. So in case if you guys recognize that, and the NFL Network got a deal, which makes sense because it's the NFL Network. Um, and this was reported by NFL.com. So I'll start off with you, Mario.
Yeah, well, first off, congratulations to the NFL. Yeah, I mean, obviously the NFL is making very, very big moves. Um, they're doing I mean, absolutely, they're doing an amazing job. And the NFL is obviously the number one sport in the United States, whether people want to believe it or not or admit it or not. It is the number one sport in the United States. So this is no surprise that so many like companies have wanted to work with them for so long. Um, you know what I'm surprised about, Nate? This hasn't happened in a long time now.
Yeah,
I'm surprised TNT never made an offer.
yeah. I
I,
think they're most known for doing basketball though.
they used to be a football. They used to do some NFL though back in like
Yeah,
late '90s,
yeah, I
early
remember
2000s.
that.
I'm surprised they didn't make an offer. But I mean, obviously Amazon, that's a new part, and Peacock, like you mentioned. Obviously Fox, CBS, ESPN, ABC, NBC. Obviously those have been like partnered with. Well, ABC not really, not necessarily because it was always
Well,
on
it's because
TV.
their ABC is with ESPN, which is owned by Disney. I
Right, but
think
usually when we watched like NFL games, it was on ESPN. Like we rarely ever saw like an ABC
yeah,
NFL game. You know
right.
what I'm saying? But obviously that's a new thing. Which congratulations to ABC on getting involved in the mix too. Obviously, they're part of Disney with ESPN and everything like that. But obviously the NFL, they're making a lot of big moves. And they're always going to continue being they're always going to continue having companies that want to premiere their program their sport on their channel because the NFL is the number one sport in the United States. It's as simple as that. Um, yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, quick question of out of all these companies, which one had the biggest offer?
I think they all had equal offers. I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha. So I mean, to be honest with you, Nate, this it's not really a surprise. Nothing here really surprises me. Honestly, I know it's gonna go through like it's gonna be 10 plus years of them doing this. 12, obviously you mentioned like some 12-year contracts in there, 10-year contracts. So obviously it's gonna be for more than a decade, which is absolutely amazing for the NFL. It continues that NFL tradition on these channels for over a decade. But nothing here really surprised me except for the fact that Amazon and Peacock are going to. And the reason why this surprises me so much is because it's starting to show you how the NFL is going from cable to streaming. You understand what I'm saying?
That's just the trend these days.
Right, absolutely. And we knew it's going to be the trend, but now like it's starting to come into full effect considering the fact that the NFL is now going to streaming platforms opposed to they're still on cable. Don't get me wrong, Fox, ESPN, NBC, CBS, all of them. But the fact that they just had two deals with streaming platforms, that's absolutely big. I thought Twitch personally was going to be one too that was going to get into the mix. I guess they didn't get into the mix considering the fact that like we mentioned, the Cardinals and the Niners game or one of those games was on Twitch just to test it out. I'm surprised Twitch didn't end up create Twitch and NFL never came to a deal and never really made an offer. I'm not sure. Somebody in the comments correct me down below, but I'm surprised Twitch didn't get into the mix considering the fact that they're one of the number one streaming platforms in the planet on the planet. So I was surprised they didn't make an offer. But I mean, to every company that ended up reaching an agreement with the NFL, congratulations to the NFL on your new deal, much deserved. And I can't wait to see how it goes for the past 10 to 12 years.
Right, absolutely. And there's a couple of things that I actually missed. ESPN will be doing it on cable still because there's still people that do it. All of these will still be doing it on cable. Obviously ESPN's got ESPN Plus, so if you have that, you can see it on there too. CBS is pretty interesting. The newly launched Paramount Plus will be streaming it, which in case if you guys don't know, that used to be CBS All Access, but then they turned it into Paramount Plus. Um, so if you have a CBS All Access account, you can actually switch it over to Paramount Plus for no extra charge. I actually did it and it works, but they'll also be doing it on Viacom CBS. So um, what else is there? I think there's a couple of other ones. Peacock is a streaming device. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Oh, and Fox is doing it on Tubi, which by the way, Tubi's free to use. You just sign up and just use it. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean the NFL is making some pretty big moves. Obviously, they're switching towards the trend of streaming devices because there's things like Netflix and like I said, Paramount Plus. There's Disney Plus. There's which by the way, if you get like a Disney Plus subscription, I think if you get like a higher version of it, you can get ESPN Plus. So I mean, you if you want to consider that, you can. Then there's Amazon, which you got Amazon Prime Video and all of that, so that's pretty cool. Peacock's doing the rights to WWE Network, which is also a very very big streaming network as well. If you guys are into wrestling still. So yeah, I mean the NFL is making some really big moves, and they're moving towards the modern trend. Everybody uses streaming devices now. You got all these smart TVs all on your smartphones and all that. All around my house, there's no old school TVs. We got smart TVs like it's crazy, dude. All the streaming devices on it and everything, you name it, dude. So, it's cool to see that the NFL is still keeping up with modern trends. I wouldn't be surprised in 10 years from now they start streaming games on Netflix. That'd be pretty funny. But anyway, hey, man, if it works, it works. But look, anybody involved in this deal, congratulations to them, and I wish them the best of luck with this. It's gonna be a big 10 years for them.